For thousands of years before Europe even existed as a cultural or political idea, Africa stood as the first epicenter of human life, innovation, and civilization. African-centered scholars like John Henrik Clarke and Chancellor Williams remind us that African history was already old when Europe was born. From the earliest hominids in East Africa around 5.0 million BCE, to Dinkwanesh, Lucy, at 3.5 million BCE, to Homo erectus at 1.7 million BCE, Africa carried the full weight of humanity's story long before Greece, Rome, or any European kingdom appeared. Yet when Europe rose to military power, it also seized control over the writing of world history, reshaping it to suggest the world waited in darkness for European enlightenment. This rewriting fragmented, minimized, and erased Africa's central role in the human journey. As Dr. Ivan von Sertima argued, the Western Academy inherited a distorted lens, glorifying Europe while denying non-European civilizations their place. But the physical evidence tells a very different story. Across the continent, fossils, tools, rock art, and sacred objects testify to Africa's unmatched antiquity. Around 300,000 BCE, Homo sapiens appeared. In Omo, Ethiopia, scientists uncovered remains dated to 195,000 years ago, the oldest known Homo sapiens sapiens. Findings from Tanzania, South Africa, and Ethiopia confirm Africa as both humanity's biological and cultural birthplace. African men and women created the first organized hunting and fishing cultures, spiritual systems, and technologies. Rock art and mining operations appear by 200,000, 100,000 BCE. Around 88,000 BCE at Katanga in Congo, fishing-based cultures flourished with bone harpoons. The Ishango bone, dated to 23,000 BCE, stands as one of the earliest known mathematical tools in human history. By 60,000 BCE, Africans reached Australia. By 39,000 BCE, Africans migrated to Europe, adapting to new climates, and in time the albinos among them survive Europe's colder climates, while the darker, pigmented among them migrate to other areas. Genetics confirmed what African scholars long taught. In 1987, Professor Rebecca Cann traced all living humans back to a single African mother, mitochondrial Eve, around 200,000 years ago. She was a dark-skinned African woman, not the pale figure often portrayed in Western art and the Bible. Africans built the first stellar calendars by 10,000 BCE, developed agriculture, domesticated cattle, and raised step pyramids in Kemet by 5,000 BCE. Genius minds like Imhotep, the father of medicine, appear as early as 3100 BCE, millennia before Greece emerged. Long before the Greeks arrived around 1000 BCE, before Carthage's rise in 814 BCE, and before ancient Ghana flourished, Africa had already laid the intellectual, spiritual, scientific, and technological foundations of civilization. Africa is the oldest race of humanity. Every other branch of humanity is a later extension, shaped by migration and climate, but forever rooted in Africa's original people. To reclaim history, we must begin where the story truly begins: Africa.